Hey guys. Okay, so when we last left off, we were looking at I went back into my second look. I'm pretty sure that those are knitting wands and yarn, but I'm wondering, what are they doing, or what are they making with yarn and knitting wands? What in the world could they be doing? Um, and I still want to know, why are they dressed up in church clothes? And church clothes, I mean like dresses and boys wearing button-up shirts and sports coats. That's what I mean when I say church clothes. And could they perhaps be doing something to help with the war? All right, so, and then I've got a little excerpt that I want to read you, and then we're going to come back for further investigations, okay? All right, so, and looking at this photo, this is what's going on here. This is, like I said, during World War One. These children are knitting in an effort to support the Red Cross. They had a global pandemic, an influenza pandemic, and it came at a time in social unrest and change. And so they are experiencing the same anxiety and nerves and everything that we are experiencing in our classrooms today. But look what they're doing. They are actually doing something to help to help the people in the war. And although we don't have a war, it still makes me want to, I feel like I want to do something to help somebody else. I love that they were going through their own unrest and their own stress, but what were they doing? They were thinking about somebody else. That's called empathy. And empathy is something that really can't be taught. Empathy, that's where you have the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and you have the ability to you put yourself in somebody else's shoes so that you can try to understand what they're thinking and what they're feeling. And so proud of this teacher right here for doing that. I think that's the teacher in the back of the room anyway. I'm also curious, back here in the back, I don't know if you noticed, but they're holding something, and it looks like the teacher's working on it. Can't really tell because the picture's kind of blurry. It's the quality of the picture. But what is something, after you finish filling this out, your question, what's your question? And then your final thoughts. What's something that we could do for our world during this global pandemic? What can we do to help? And I know, see, they had the World War going on, World War One, and the pandemic. Y'all, that's just amazing to me that these children and this teacher thought to do something for their country, for their soldiers, for their people in the war. I just love that. So what could we do to help our country, even though we aren't in a world war? And thank you, Jesus, that we are not in a world war. I'm just curious as to your thoughts of what you thought that we could do to help. Maybe my thing is everybody seems to be kind of sad and depressed and stressed out and kind of snappy with each other. And the reason that we're snappy with each other is because we're all tired. And, we just want we want things to be back to normal. So I'm thinking of random acts of kindness, but we're kind of limited on what we could do because we're in a global pandemic and can't touch something that somebody else has touched. So I just want to hear what your thoughts were on acts of kindness that you thought that we could do, you think that we could do to make people feel better. Leave those in the comment section below, okay? I also want you to finish filling this out, and you'll be done with this activity. Have a good day, guys.